Legends, what's up? Midnight is finally here, and with that, some changes to our beloved class. Some good, some bad, some internet chatter going on, mostly bad. A lot of prunings going on, and today I just wanted to make a quick video running over the talent tree for what we've got so far heading into Midnight on the Blood Death Knight. So we're going to start off with the class side of the tree, the Death Knight side. Not a whole lot of changes have actually gone on this side. Soul Reaper, as you can see on the side here, is gone. No more execute for DKs. It's not a huge issue. I did like Soul Reaper gameplay, but it's gone. That's kind of that. Gloom Ward was sitting over here. It is now positioned over here, so it's moved. So it went from being under Icy Talons here over this side of the tree. I was originally thought it was gone, but it's not. Wraithwalk has moved from this position up to a choice node with March of Darkness, which I think is actually a pretty good move. I'm a fan of this one. Good change. That is pretty much it. That is the Death Knight side. That's the class side of the tree that has changed for us basically so far. Not too big of a deal. Moving over, however, to where all the changes pretty much occurred is our spec side, the Blood Tree. So this has seen a lot of change. So over this side, starting point wise, Ossified Vitrol has gone. So that was the damage component to losing Bone Shield charges, empowering your Mararend. Relish in Blood has moved up from here to that spot of where Vitrol was. Then you've had Bloodworms that's moved up where the old Relish in Blood was. So that's moved up to here. A-Bomb Limb and Gore Fiends. This is such a good change. This is now on a choice node. And what they've actually done is they've taken Tightening Grasp that was a node sitting down here, and they've baked it into Gore Fiend's Grasp. So now that 3-second silence on Gore Fiends is baked into the talent, and that is an awesome change. Big tick for that one. Good job. Love seeing this as a choice node. Very happy. Rune Tap is gone. Blood Tap is also gone. Reinforced Bones is gone. Now Sanguine Ground has moved, and it's now in this new Sanguine Ground has moved, and what's been replaced there is this new little run here. So you've got Plague Infusion, Blood Mists, and Sanguinary Burst. Now Blood Mist is that revamp of, if you go back to Shadowlands and the Venthyr ability, Swarming Mist. That's what Blood Mist is a revamp of, which I'm a huge fan of this. The issue that I have with it though is it's been tied to Dancing Rune Weapon rather than being its own cooldown. Now, my problem with this is Swarming Mists in Shadowlands, 60-second cooldown. We have pretty much had a complete gutting to the CDR functionality towards Dancing Rune Weapon. So now, instead of having a 60-second cooldown that it was, it's a 1.5 cooldown, a 90-second cooldown. The big issue I have with this, as I mentioned, is you've lost all CDR component for controlling your Dancing Rune Weapon uptime. Tombstone is gone. Don't know what's going to go here. Possibly they've left the icon there, so maybe we'll get some iteration of it back, which I would like to see, but I don't know at the moment. Insatiable Blade has had the CDR removed from it as well. It's just a flat 30-second cooldown reduction now to Dancing Rune Weapon, so it takes it from a 2-minute cooldown to a 90-second cooldown. Bone Storm's gone, along with Shattering Bone. So as I mentioned, and I kind of have been harping on about, you've lost all agency over cooldown reduction towards Dancing Rune Weapon, which was a really fun sort of part of our gameplay, in my opinion anyway. I really enjoyed that min-max component with Shattering Bones that's also gone, in knowing when you were going to spend your Bone Shield charges, how to max the most damage out of them, how you were going to get the most CDR towards your Dancing Rune Weapon. That's gone. So we're back to this real sort of vanilla style play, I feel like, where you just constantly like remain above 5 stacks of Bone Shield for Ossuary, Heart Strike, Weave Blood Boils, press Death Strike to avoid Runic Cap, keep 3 runes on recharge. Like that's it. That's it. Stand in your death and decay. Like that's it. So to me, it feels like we've gone too far to one side of the slider in simplifying the class with pruning and gameplay. But that's just my opinion. Might feel different. We've got these 3 talents over here. I assume they will feed into this Boiling Point new talent as well. So this is like a little midnight run. So Dance at Midnight, when Dancing Rune Weapon's active, if you parry, you get an Empowered Heart Strike. This is a 2-point spend here. So for each dancing rune weapon that's active, your damage is increased and you get a damage reduction from it as well. And then this last spend, if you consume a rune, you have a chance to proc a dancing rune weapon for 6 seconds. So I'm a big fan of that. So I think there's a lot of good things in here. I just think maybe they went too far. Capstones pretty much remain the same as well. Obviously, Bone Storm's gone, replaced with Sanguinary Burst. Purgatory, Bloodshot, and Umbilicus Eternus remains. You all know how I feel about that talent. All right, hold on. Seamless fucking edit. I'm a pro. I forgot to talk about consumption, guys. So consumption has completely changed. It's no longer a two rune refund button. Say that fast 10 times. It's now this channeled power up damage and damage reduction ability. It's blowing my mind because it doesn't fit to me. It just feels weird. It feels wrong, but that might just be me. So it'll absorb a % of your blood plague. So reduce the time of your blood plague that's on the target. It'll empower you, so you'll get more damage out of it, but you'll also get a DR from it for 15% at the max, 5, 10%, 15%, 2 seconds after empowering it. And you can move while you're doing it, but it's got this channel. Now, my cast bar's like down here, if my mouse shows up on this alpha server while recording. So I can move and do it. If I press 2, you can see consumption powering up, and then I'll hit it off. So it's weird. I don't think it fits, but it's weird. I forgot to talk about it. Edit out. Then we've got the hero tree. So Sandland wise, we've seen 3 new talents come into this one. So we got Transfusion, we got Unending Misery, and we've got where is it? It's up here somewhere. Thrill. Here it is. Thrill of Blood. So they're the 3 new talents that have gone into Sandland. Deathbringer wise as well. Deathbringer's seen 3 new talents and a split out of a node as well. So Deathbringer's got Frigid Hunger. It's got Deathly Blows as a new one as well, and Echoing Fury down here. And then they also split out Grim Reaper from the choice node as well. I feel like there's going to be a real effort and focus to try and bring Deathbringer back from the dead. I think they really want this to become a choice for people again, because Sandland just took over for the War Within. It really didn't. Deathbringer is such a fantastic designed hero system, and it just got left in the dust by Sandland. So early days, obviously, but this is just an initial overview that I wanted to give you guys if you were curious as to what's going on Alpha. If you have any questions, if you have any feedback that you want kicked along and things like that as well, leave it in the comments below. I'll do my best to raise it. I'll do my best to make content on it, and we'll keep an eye on the changes. Like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you all next time. See you, fam.